So, hi friends, welcome back to Code Explorer again. Here I am Pavitra Banerjee with you, and you are watching this video as a part of our front-end projects playlist. So, I am really very sorry first of all to you all of you guys, because I was really very busy in these days because I was working on some projects. So, I was unable to continue the playlists. So, I am really very sorry for that. And now I have decided that I will continue all of the playlists which was already started. So please stay with me, and I will try to upload minimum one video per day, and this will help you to start your programming journey with Code Explorer. So don't wasting any time, I will start the today's project. So for that I am going to my this HTML folder here. I'm simply right click on it and show more options. From there I will just simply open this with my VS Code here, and you are watching this. Okay, maybe this was my HTML tutorial series playlist folder. Okay, sorry, but it's okay. Here I am going to create a new folder here. So the folder will be today I have decided to create a derivative calculator. Okay, okay. uh, as you can see that the derivative calculator folder has been successfully created. So here I will right click on it and I will create a new file here inside this derivative calculator folder. And sorry, new file, the name of the new file will be index.html. then I want a CSS file, so for that I will create a style.css, and then I will create a JavaScript file. So for that I will create a script.js file here. Okay, so I have successfully created all the required folders here, and now we can start our programming. So for that, all of you know that shift plus 1 in VS Code means the emit abbreviation function will give us the basic boilerplate of HTML folder. So here I will rename this folder, and it will be our derivative calculator. Okay, so here I want two different images here. So just let me add those two images in my this file. So please wait for some time. I will restart this video again. So as you can see guys, that I have added those two images here. One is I will use this for my fab icon, and one of this GitHub uh, PNG image. I have downloaded it from Google. I will provide this whole source code, the GitHub repository with you in the description box, so you can check all the source code here. So here what I do first, first of all I will terminate these as self closing tag. I will make them self closing tags. Okay. Then I want to link the fab icon here first. So fab icon will be my dydx.png file, and I will also close it at self closing tag. And then I want to add the CSS file, link style.css here. Okay, as you can see that all my folders are empty right now, but we will code it from scratch. Okay, now what I want, for the derivative calculation we will use the JavaScript math library and mathjax library, and I want to also plot them in graphical representation. So for that we will use the plotly library of JavaScript. Okay, so we have to import all of them. So and before that I want to add some fonts here. So for that I will use the link okay, link here will be https fonts dot googleapis.com. I want to import this, and this will be our pre-connect. Okay, then I also want to, I will copy this line and I will paste it here, because it will be the same, but instead of Google APIs we will use the gstatic.com. okay, and now I have to import some CDN link for the JavaScript libraries, so let's import those. So I will import the JavaScript library. I will use them using script src, and src will be https unpackage.com /mathjs @ we will use the 9.4.4 library version 9.4.4. In this is in the library browser math.js. okay, now I will use the script src again to import. Here I want to import the https cdnjs dot cloudflare dot com, and here I want to import the Ajax library for the here in the labs, and here inside the mathjax library will be, and it will be maybe let's it was 2.7.1, I think so, 2.7.1, and mathjax dot js, and here in this we have to add the configuration of this. So the configuration will be am HTML or MML. So HTML or MML full. I think this is the CDN library for mathjax library of JavaScript, and I have to import one more. So one will be https cdn dot plotly /plotly 2.3.0 dot min.js. okay, I think this is the imported library we want. One is, this is for our the mathjs library, this is the plotly library, and this is our mathjax library importation. okay, let me increase the screen size something. okay, I think this is enough. okay, now we can start our body part here. So in the body first, what I want, okay, let me create a live first. Let me create this live first. okay, as you can see that it's empty right now, but it will be okay. Here first I want to add an first I want to this first I want this here I want to give an GitHub image. So for that I will import I will use anchor tag, and there I want to use my own GitHub profile. Okay, there I want to import an image, so I will use the image tag here. The src will be our github.png here. Okay, it has come, and I will use an alternative name, so it will be, let's suppose, follow me on GitHub. Okay, and I also want to first let's create a self-closing tag, and here I want to give it a style also. So style I want to use inline style. So first of all I want to fix this position as absolute. Okay, then I want to top will be 0, right should be 0 because I want this here. Okay, it's perfect, and I want its border also should be 0. Okay, it doesn't required. Okay, so I will remove this for now. We will think of this about later. Okay, it is successfully created. Okay, now what I want, now I want to create an wrapper here, so I think it should take here to here as a wrapper. Okay, so let's create an wrapper div. Inside the div I will create an id will be wrapper I want. Okay, here inside this, first I need an header portion here. Inside the header portion, what will be, here I want to create an h1 tag first. Inside the h1 tag I want to write the name of this, which is derivative calculator, sorry, derivative calculator. Okay, one more thing, I want to change the font here, so I will use another style sheet here. So I want to link style sheet, and it will be https fonts.googleapis.com fonts.googleapis.com slash, it will be css2, and what are the family I want. So the family I want, we have to write that. So I want Noto plus I want sans serif, so sans, plus I want mono, and I want to make the display as swap. Okay, I have imported the file, but we have to fix this in our CSS, so we will fix this later. Here inside this h1 tag I want an anchor tag also. So I want that it should work as a link. So what will I do, I will simply just copy concat it, and I will use an anchor tag here. The anchor tag will redirect to the index.html file here inside my, and here I want this. Okay, this is now will redirect us to the index.html, that means our home page. Okay, it's fine. And Here I want another div, and this will there I want to write something. So let's suppose it's published. When it's published, so published it on, what's the date today, 13 July 2023. Okay, last update I want to also that if I update it, you can check where if you watch this video later. So I want to write this first here, that I will write the last update of this code is today. Okay, sorry, it's 7. Okay, this should be our header portion. Okay, now what I want some break tag here. I will use a break tag here. I will use this self-closing tag because this is the best practices for writing HTML codes. Okay, I am using 2 break tag here. Then what will I do? I want to show something here that will be the y. That means for derivative we calculate basically dy by dx. That means we are derivating the function y, function of x, which is denoted by y with respect to x. Okay, that means derivative with respect to x, that is dy dx basically. So we will write that. So here I am creating a form. I don't want to create any action bar here. So form, I will just simply give it an id name, and the id will be just simple form only. And inside this form I will create something. So here first of all I will create a label first. So label for our expression, let's suppose, let me write expression here. Okay, that will be y is equal to, okay, then I want an no breaking space point, so NBSP we will use this. Okay, as you can see that this is fetching live. Okay, great. Then I want another input tag here. And first I want an input tag where user can input, so this will be a text, and I want to give it an id name, which will be id will be same. Suppose expression is the id name for this, and here I want a placeholder. So placeholder will be enter your expression. Okay, perfect, it's showing perfectly. Okay, and I will use this as self-closing tag. Okay, and here I want another no breaking space point I will use because I want this I want a single gap there, and so for that, and NBSP no breaking space point I will use it again. And now I want to create a button which will be calculate. So for that I will use the input again. Okay, let it be input, and the type of this will be submit. Okay, using input we can create submit also, and the value will be go. Okay, go. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I will also make it self-closing. I think our form section has been successfully created. Now what will I do? I will here I will use an break tag again, self-closing break tag, another one. Okay, great. Here now I want to show the derivative value of that. So for that I want to create another div here first, and I will not give it any ID name or class name. And here I will use the h4 tag. Inside the h4 tag I will write derivative only. Okay, and then I will give an beer tag, and because I want some break here. Okay, so derivative will be, let's suppose that will be happen here. Okay, okay, now what I want, okay, here what I want, here I want to show the derivative using JavaScript. Okay, and it will be calculated by our math.js library. So for that I have to create just simply a section for this, but it will be dynamically added over there. For that I will give it an ID name, and ID name will be derivative. Let's suppose it is derivative. Okay, I will use an beer tag here again, and I want also an horizontal line here, so I will use an h tag here also. Okay, perfect right now. Now what I want to show the plotting of the graphical representation of that. So for that I have to use the math plotly library of JavaScript. So I will use this no, sorry, yeah, I will use this div. I will create a div here, and I will give it an ID name of for, let's suppose it will be plot. Okay, plot, and I will use an beer tag for that, and I will also add give an h tag here. Okay, before that I want and another h4 I want. Let's suppose here I want to write the plot. Okay, okay, it's perfect right now, I think. Okay, it's now perfect, it's now looking great. Okay, okay, now I can out this div here. Okay, now I will write some CSS for this. We will add footer and other features in this page later, but now I want to write the CSS. I want to fix the CSS of for this code. So I will go to the style.css file here, and I will write the CSS file here. So how will I write the CSS? First of all, I will target the body part here. So body will be here. I want to make it the responsive also, so I will use the em value. So let's suppose it's 1.5 em. Okay, great. I want to fix its margin, so margin width, let's suppose 0 and auto. Okay, I want and font family. So font family I want that will be our Noto. We had Noto, sorry, Noto, Sans, and Mono we want, and that will be our mono space. I want mono space. Okay, I will not use the sans serif. Okay, it's perfect right now. I want this font. Okay, it's perfect. Now I want to fix the font size, so let's say 14 pixel. I want 14 pixel. Okay, then I want the color of this page should be 030303. Okay, great. And I want some background color here also, which will B2BBPA. great. I want to change it. B2B ABB. Same. Okay, not this right huge difference. Okay, take perfect. Uh, okay. Now I will target the wrapper here because I don't want these like that. I want this page because I want this wrapper. Thought yes, this I will target this wrapper ID here, and here I want to create a new page like that. Okay, for that I will target the wrapper. So wrapper will be what I am doing. So wrapper will be, I will fix the margin will be 0 and auto. Okay, perfect. And I want to fix the width, maximum width I want, that is 720 pixel. Okay, and I want to give it some padding, so padding will be 18 pixel for now 18 pixel. Okay, it's good. And I want to give it a background color, so background color will be, let's say, be white. So okay, it's great, but let me see this in full scale. Yes, it's now perfect, which I wanted. Yes, I was thinking of this, that the sidebar will be like that and the main page will be like that. Okay, it's perfect. So now what I have to do, I have to target the header tag here. So for that I will target our header. I will fix the header. Here the header, I want the text alignment should be center. Okay, it's center right now. Okay, I don't want to add anything here right now. Then I want to target these. How I will target it? Okay, I will give it an ID name. Sorry. ID, let's suppose this ID will be h1 link. Let it ID name should be h1 link. Okay, now I will target this ID h1 link. I will target this h1 link ID. I will fix this color to black, and I don't want any text decoration here, so text decoration should be none. I don't want the underline. Okay, it's perfect right now. But if I hover on it, you can see that the index.html page is running. Okay, it's perfect. Now what I want to target the form right now. Okay, so for that I have to target the form icon. Okay, I will use target the form HTML element. So the form will be I want this display as flex. Okay, and I want the font family Noto Sans monospace. Okay, it's perfect. And I also want the text decoration as none. Okay, perfect. Maybe take, I don't want to add something right now. Now what I have to target? I have to target this. So for that I have to target the label maybe. So I have to target the label. I will target the label. So label, I want some padding. I want to give it some padding of 3 pixel, let's suppose 3 pixel. Okay, okay. Now I want to target the input. So for that I will target the input, and first of all for the input I want to target the same font family first, so I will give the same font family. Then I want to fix the font size, so font size will be 14 pixel. Okay, and I want also some padding, so padding will be same like 3 pixel. Perfect, should be okay. It's good. Now I have to fix this. So how can I fix this? I have to target, I think, the expression form type text. Okay, type text and type submit. I have given that. So I will target the input type is text. What I am doing? Type is text. So for input type text, I want the flex value, flex I want 1. I want to give them flex value 1. Okay, and for the input of type equals to submit, I want to make this cursor as pointer. Okay, cursor should be pointer, and as you can see, same. Why same? These are types made. Okay, okay, I want okay, it's great right now, I think. Okay, it's great. We will fix it later. Now I want the derivative. So for the derivative portion, what I have to do, I have to target the derivative here. So I will target our derivative here, and I will give it some padding first. Padding will be 3 pixel. Then I want this text align as center. Okay, and now I want the overflow in the x direction should be auto, and overflow to the y direction should be hidden. Okay, overflow y should be hidden. Okay, and I want white space should be no wrapped. Okay, I think we will work. And I want to target the hr tag also, so I want to fix the height of this. Height should be 0, border should be 0, and I want some border top. So border top will be 1 pixel solid, and the RGBA value I want is 0 0 0 and 0.1. I think this is great. I think this is great. Okay. Now I should write some JavaScript here to check. Okay. So I will write some JavaScript here right now. So start the JavaScript file right now. First I will create a function, and the name of the function will be let's suppose it will be random input. So function random input will be here I want a variable which will create some random values here. Enter your expression will show some random values. So variable random input, random value, let's suppose random value. So random value will be an array. So I will create an array, and here I will write some expression of for derivative. So let's suppose it will be 4 into sin x, 4 into sin x plus 5 into cos x. Okay. And I want another value of x into sin x square, x into sin x square. Okay. I want x to the power 4 into sin x. Let's suppose then I want, let's suppose, sorry, I want e to the power sin x, let's suppose e to the power sin x. Okay, e to the power sin x. Okay, I think this is now great. So now I have to so here using random, so I will use the method random. So let's create another variable. So let's suppose value random expression, I will give it a name random expression, and this will use our math dot floor of, and it will use the math dot random. Okay, it will use the math dot random function, and it will be multiplied by our random values. Okay, so random values here. Okay, random value dot length I want dot length. Okay, and what I have to do, I have to put it here. So for that I will use another, I have to call this by document.getElement by id. So document.getElement by id, and the id name, I think that was expression. I will call the expression here, and here I will access the value of it, and that will be our random value with the indexing of random expression. Okay. Okay. Was there anything called the expression id? I will simply copy it here and I will paste it here. Okay. Okay. We have to call the random input. So one thing I can do, I have forgot to integrate the script.js here, so I have to integrate this here. I will import the script.js file here. I will use this here. Okay, and one more thing I have to do, I think, what if that I call the random input function call back. Okay, now as you can see that it's coming. Okay, so for now we can dismiss this. Okay, we will call this later. Now I want to create a new function that will allow the user to give customized input. So for that I want to create a new function here. So new function will be function user input. Okay, function user input, what will this do? This will try, and one more thing I should do, that is catch. It's the best practices to write JavaScript file effectively, JavaScript effectively here. Okay, it should work well. So here first I will use I will try to create some input variables. So for that I will create a variable which will be input, variable input, and this will call the document.getElement by id, and that will be our expression id. Okay, and this will take its value. Okay, now our variable will be expression. Let's suppose the variable then will be expression, and this will compile this. So math dot compile we will use, of whose parameter, of input. Okay, great. Then I have to calculate the derivative with respect to x. So for that I will create a new variable which will be variable derivative. Okay, variable derivative, and this will calculate the derivative. So we will call the derivative function here, and this will calculate the derivative of our input with respect to x. Okay, with respect to x it will calculate. And now I have to create some two more variables here. I want to create variable with for x expression, variable for x expression. Here I want to give it a name. Okay, I will use the math, and I will use some range, and the range will be from -10 to 10 with 0.5, and this will use to the array we will use it. Okay, and one more thing I have to try for y expression. So for variable same y expression, I want this will be this will map the x expression, this will map the x expression. Okay, using the function of x, and here I want it should return what it should return. Okay, I will charge my laptop now. It should return the expression, which will be evaluated, okay, which will be evaluated. How this will be evaluated? This will be evaluated by this, that x is x, like that. Okay, 1 minute guys, I have to charge my laptop, so I am pausing the video. Okay guys, I am back and I have plugged in my laptop. So it is this, why this is copied whole, so this function is here. Okay, okay, I think now I have to create something like that. So I will copy this. Okay, I will simply copy this, Control C, and I will paste it here again. And instead of x expression, I will create a new variable for derivative. So it will be derivative. It will also derivative, and instead of x expression, it will take x derivative. Okay, that's great. Now I want to trace them, so for that I will create a new variable here. So variable that will be trace1, variable trace1, and this will be x. Here x will be our x expression, and y will be our y expression. I want their moded lines, and I want their name as y. I want this name as y. So it's like same here. I will create another variable like called trace2, which will be for our x derivative type variables. Okay, so I will give it trace2 here. Instead of x expression, it will take x derivative, it will take y derivative. Okay, and like its mode will be same, and it should be y dash. I want it. Okay, one more thing I want another variable called data. This will do nothing, it will map trace1 and trace2. So I will trace1 and trace2. Okay, now we have to create some more variables. So our first variable will be here right now, will be for layouting our, which will be basically for our plotting section. So variable layout, so variable layout we want like that, which will create an array, and this will for our x-axis, and for x-axis the title will be x, and like same for the y-axis. Okay, for the y-axis I want this will be y. Okay, okay, it's great. Now one thing I want to make this plotting will be also responsive. I want to make them, so for that I want to create another variable which will be configuration. So for config, let's suppose for config will be and CSS property file like that. So it will be key value pair, so it will take that it should be responsive or not, and the responsive should be true. Okay, so the responsive is true right now. Now I want to put this here in the derivative section. So how I can do that? So I can do that using the document.getElementById. So document.getElementById, and the id name of here is derivative. And for inner HTML of derivative we will use a special types of semantic here, and for that it will represent our y dash. Basically I want to represent it by y dash. So for y dash will be a variable of derivative. Okay, think it's great. Now I have to use the mathjax library here. So mathjax.hub, and we want the type set. What is happening? We will use the type set function. Okay, mathjax dot typeset, typeset function, and now we want to plot it. So for that, plotleaf will be called, and it will be a new plot, and the new plot function will take the plot, and then it will take our data, then it will take our layout, and it will also take our config. Okay, I think this is now perfect, and now I have to check the errors. Something wrong is happening here. Okay, so I have to terminate this. I forgot to do so. Okay, it's now perfect. Okay, now I have to catch the errors. So for that, I will use the I will pass the catch with error, and it will catch the error, and it will show an alert which will take the error. Okay, now I have to write some more codes to check. Okay, first of all, I want to pass the user input also here, that user can input. I will use the user input folder variable. I will call the user input here, and then I will uncomment this. Expression.evaluate. Okay, why this is showing me this error? I have to check once. 1 minute. Why this is showing me this error message? I have to fix this. Okay, I think I have made a mistake here. Evaluate, here would be an A. I have made a spelling mistake here. For that, this error message was showing. Okay, now this is showing that mathjax is not defined. I have to fix this also. As you can see that there was not some error, though there was some problem maybe to reload the page. So as you can see that now it is showing the plotting perfectly, and it is also showing the derivatives also fine. So this was the project I was trying to build today. Okay, so one thing, I have made a mistake. Any mistake I have made? So sorry, this was not taking the CSS. Okay, now this is showing great. Okay, so as you can see that now this is showing great, and here I have added my GitHub repository profile. So now this profile website is looking great. So here you can calculate something like that if you want to add something for your own, then you can also want, and then if you click on go, you can see that it's working perfectly. So I will provide the whole repository link with you in the description box. So if this video helps you guys, then please like the video, subscribe our channel. This will really motivate me, and also share this video with your friends who is trying to build some projects for his resume. You can definitely add these types of projects in your resume. Okay, so I think this is enough for today, and I will add the GitHub repository link in the description box, thus you can check the whole source code. I'm thinking to try update something here, so I will update the whole code here there, and you will get the link in the description. So this is for today. I will meet you in the next video. So till then, stay safe and happy coding.